Okay. Hi. So, you kind of stole my question in a way.
I have a tendency to do that.
Because I wanted to ask you about book recommendations, because you recommended at another panel, you recommended Ready Player One.
Yes.
Which I picked up and read because you recommended.
It's tearing me apart that I'm not in a movie theater right now. Right now. And everyone's like, you want to see our review of the movie? I was like, no, I don't want to know your review. Okay, so what else?
I just want to know more book recommendations. I want to know what else you love.
Man, oh my God. Who knows who Christopher Sabat is? Chris Sabat. Okay, Chris Sabat, just so you know, if marijuana is the gateway drug, Chris Sabat is the gateway into just all of this. He has brought more people. It's like we're all in Chris Sabat's downline. This is just a big pyramid scheme. And somehow Chris is just constantly making money off of it somehow. He recommended a book to me called Down and Out in the Magic Kingdom. You heard it? Okay. Not a lot of people heard of it. It's by a guy named Cory Doctorow. And it, who just put out another book. What is it? The Walk Away? I haven't read it yet. Thank you for the recommendation. Read, by the way. Read. More than 140 characters.
No joke.
I'm
Yeah.
serious. It is I think
Amen
I'm
to
kind of
that.
preaching a little bit to the choir. But it is amazing how our minds are. My wife's a photographer. I haven't forgotten you. My wife's a photographer. And she was talking about a friend of hers who did a lot of commercial work. And they were a huge agency that is literally shutting down because, and this was her quote, she's like, pictures don't last as long as they used to. Ooh, they are. They're gone. 24 hours, if you're lucky. Instagram story, it's really cool. It gives us a peek into people's lives. But a picture, I don't understand. A picture is supposed to permanently capture a moment or a memory. It's supposed to preserve it. What the? Instagram. Some of that is horrible. Like there's some things that's like, I need to get rid of this picture. That's one of the reasons why, who has tattoos? It's probably for me. Is that my wife? The baby? It's calling you now. Who has tattoos? Okay. Who has keep your hand up if you have a tattoo that you regret. You have a tattoo you regret?
Yeah.
I should have dropped my hand. Which tattoo? You're not gonna have to show us. What do you regret about your tattoo?
Oh, it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to.
Alright.
It's not the motive one.
Was it your first one? Was it your second one? Okay.
Second.
Okay. When did you notice that it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to?
A day or two afterwards?
A day or two afterwards. You remember that moment, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You stare at it and go, I mean... Hey, come here, take a... I have a stupid tattoo of a piece of... it's dumb. Really dumb. It's not like a dolphin on my hip or anything. Nolan has something like that, though. But I have a picture of it. It's nothing that each one of these things are there. Oh my God. This is why I have my phone on silent. I love tattoos because they are markers of your life. They are, I just tattooed the first ultrasound we had for my son. It sounds cool, I'm gonna cry. His heart rate, we're sitting there and she's doing the whole thing. They put the little on there and and she goes, "Are you ready, Dad?" And I go, "Oh my God, that's me." Like, am I supposed to do something? And just get ready. And I was like, "What? Phone out." That's all I could do. And it was like, and that sound changed my life. Because at that moment, it all became real. Like, it's not just like a theoretical thing. It's like, that's a life that's in there. And I don't care what you think, as a life. There was something that was happening in there. And his first heart rate was 163. And so I got 163 tattooed on my shoulder, Roman numerals. People are like, oh, you gotta think about that. I'm like, what do I need to think about? What do I need to think about? I'll be 42 on Sunday. What up? He's like, are you gonna spend the rest of your life that way? I was like, I've spent the majority of my life with this stupid thing, and I love it. It's a badge of honor. The mistakes that we make, and the shame and the guilt that come with it, those are our medals. Those are our badges of honor. If we didn't have that, I heard Bill Burr talk about this. He was like, we need a little bit of shame in our life. If you've never woken up on a Saturday morning and looked at yourself in the mirror and going, oh, I don't even want to look at you. We've had those nights where you're like, I don't think I murdered anyone. You have to think about it a little bit. You just wish that you'd murdered yourself because it was just the worst, and you need that, like, don't ever do that again. What were you thinking? We need to say that one thing and see the look on someone else's face when we say that hurtful, hateful thing and go, oh, you don't feel good about that, neither do I. I should never say that again. We need that as a species. We need those mistakes. We need that tattoo of like,